Are you stuck doing the same old thing for the last 5 years, wondering why you are not where you want to be? In this video, we will break down 3 things that have helped us get to where we are today. Let's get into it. Tuatahi, the first one is starting your own business. This is your tohu, this is your sign to start your own business. We think this has been, no, we don't think, we know that this has been a huge contributor to why we are where we are today. What do I mean by that? We have additional income coming through to us, which has helped during this cost of living crisis here in Aotearoa, New Zealand. 2, it's given us the ability to purchase things that we may not have. We have our darling girl. We've been able to buy her cot, her car seat, and a whole bunch of other things. And we've not felt that crunch, that money crunch of being able to dip into our emergency fund because we have that additional income that we can utilize. 3, it's given us new skills, things that we didn't have 4 years ago.
Yep.
And being able to be amongst a group or rōpū of people within the business community who have been really inspiring and looking ahead to where we want to be in our business journey. Those are only a couple examples of why starting a business has been so successful for us. And this is only the start. There are things that are going to happen in the next couple of years that we don't even visualize at the moment. So yeah, start a business now. Tuarua e te whānau. Number 2 is a mindset shift. Me and my darling met 4 years ago, but the year prior to that, the last couple of years prior to that actually were complete shit.
Yeah, complete write-off.
We were with the wrong people, we were going down the wrong path, we were reckless in terms of our spending and our finances, and everything that you can think of was horrible. But once we met each other and we sat down and we planned our future and looked at our goals, we knew that we needed to get rid of all of those old behaviors and things that didn't serve us in our life to get to where we want to be today. An example of that, breaking up with those people that didn't serve us. They weren't on the right path. They didn't have the values that we wanted in a life partner.
Yeah, we weren't aligned. We weren't
aligned. And that decision catapulted us into the completely right direction of meeting one another, and someone that's on your same wavelength, like that is just so important. And yeah, that was our old belief that we got rid of. Another real tangible example for our relationship and something that we needed to work through was before having our darling and talking about wanting to have children. My darling thought that everything had to be perfect. We had to have a mortgage and a house. We had to have 50k in savings. We had to be married, which we were able to get ticked off. But all of these things had to be aligned before we even thought of having children. And I, because of my personal development and knowing where we wanted to go and knowing that we can get there with or without a baby, I just had so much optimism in us that having a baby, having our darling, wouldn't just get us to where we are today, but it'll probably get us there faster.
It would propel us. Yeah.
It would propel us because you have a real tangible person, and you really, when you look at her, when you look at your tamariki, everything that you do is for them. Your purpose shifts from wanting to everything for yourself. Obviously that's still important and reaching your own goals, but now you've got a little person that looks up to you. You're everything to them, and you want to give them the life that they deserve. You want to be able to take them out. You want to be able to
laugh and cry and have bad days and have good days and all of those sorts of things. I hate to admit it, but I fell into that trap that society pushes on people, that you had to have everything sorted, and that having kids is going to slow you down. It's going to hold you back from pursuing your dream. You're not going to be able to go to university. You're not going to be able to do the business because you've got a child now. You can't go up and train to do that marathon because you've got a baby to look after, and all of these sorts of things. That is the most, excuse my French, but it's the most bullshit thing that anyone can ever tell you. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, and however they want to live their life is completely up to them. But I can tell you right now, having children, if anything, it just excels everything else, because like my darling was saying, if you didn't have a purpose before, you've got a purpose now. Everything you do is for the development and the well-being of your child, of your children, and you owe it to yourself to get up get your ass out of bed and do something with your life.
Make shit happen.
And make it happen, regardless of what it is. If it's a normal 9 to 5 to provide, to put kai on the table, go out and do it. If it's to do your own business, go out and do it. If it's to run the marathon, go out and do it, because your children will look up to you and see all of these things. You might not think that your children will look up to you and remember all of these things that you're doing, but they will. It just might not pay off until a lot later. But yeah, having children has definitely shifted my mind to think, I just can't believe I thought any of that stuff. Tua toru. And our last point for this video is keeping your circle very, very small. Now, I am 100% supporter of this. I don't like using the word introvert and extrovert. I think people are both and we just tend to prioritize one over the other. But keeping your circle small means that there's less information coming to you. There's less people you need to impress, I guess, talk to. This might sound a bit harsh, but that's the truth. There's just some people in your life that are wasting your time, and like we say at the beginning of this video, they might be in the exact same position that they were 5 years ago, talking about the exact same stuff and have done nothing about it. And guess what? You're sitting there listening to them, and you know what that's doing? Wasting your bloody time. So get them out, filter all of those sorts of people out, make your circle as small as you can and fill it with people who are going to add value, who are going to help you move forward, who are driven, who have goals and have places that they want to go. Because again, if you want to be somewhere else in the next 5 years, you need to be very intentional in how you spend your time and who you spend your time with. This might be a bit harsh, like I said, but that might even be whānau or family members. Like, let's be honest, we've all got a couple of whānau members who we're like, oh, come on, that's the same stuff. Like, we were talking about this 2 years ago and here we are again. You might not have to completely cut them out, but it might be just like, I don't know, uncle, I gotta just hold off for a bit. I'm not gonna come visit, or I'm not gonna do this, or cuzzy, love you, my cuz, but you know,
I've got some shit
that I need to do. My love's just gone off to check on our darling. You know, it might sound very contradictory because our culture is very much whānau based, and it is a strong pillar for who we are, but doesn't mean that you have to give up your time to them. Because like I said, if you're heading a certain direction and they just aren't on the same wavelength, just go ahead, do your thing and cut out the people that don't need to be in your circle. Review your circle. Is it too big? Are there people in it that you probably don't need? If it's you, your spouse, your kids, all good. If you want to put mum and dad in there because they're contributing towards where you want to go, then that's all good. But I highly encourage having a small circle of people that will add value to your life, will ensure that you are not in the same position you are 5 years from now.
I'm back at Te Whānau, baby is down. And there you have it, that's a wrap for this video. 3 things that we have done to get us to where we are today. If you found any value in this video, please give us a like, a subscribe, and we would love to hear from you what 3 things you have done to get you where you are today. This is a community at Te Whānau where we love supporting each other. We love hearing from you, so please feel free to pop those in the comments. But other than that, we will catch you in tomorrow's video.
Te whānau.
Ka kite.